Why play Akshan top? Well, he is a massive lane bully. He is incredibly mobile, he stays strong throughout the game, and he can revive his teammates. However, he is squishy, especially if locked down, and he can struggle against some of the hard engaged top laners. Akshan's first passive is after using a basic attack, he fires a second shot. If the second shot is cancelled, he gains a chunk of movement speed instead. His second passive is his attacks apply a stack on hit. At 3 stacks, these are consumed to deal additional damage to the target, and if the target was an enemy champion, he gains a shield as well. Akshan's Q is a straight line skill shot which deals damage to enemies it hits, and if it hits an enemy, the range is extended. After hitting its maximum range, it then comes back to Akshan doing the same effects again, and if an enemy champion was hit, he gains a chunk of move speed. Akshan's W has a passive where he marks enemy champions who have recently killed one of his allies as a scoundrel. Upon getting a takedown against a scoundrel, he gains a chunk of extra gold and revives all dead allies that champion killed. The active causes him to enter camouflage, which will last indefinitely as long as he's near terrain or inside a brush. Otherwise, it will last for 2 seconds while out of it. And he gains bonus move speed and mana regen when moving towards a scoundrel. Akshan's E is a skill shot which can be fired into terrain. Upon reactivating it, he then starts swinging in the direction, shooting at enemies nearby. This will stop if he bumps into an enemy champion, terrain, or chooses to cancel it himself by right-clicking. And if you end it yourself, you can choose to jump in a direction. Akshan's ultimate is a point-and-click ability which will lock onto an enemy champion and start channeling. While channeling, he starts storing up bullets, and at the end, he will shoot all of these out. And this can be reactivated early to shoot fewer bullets. These bullets, in a similar way to Caitlyn ult, will always lock onto the target. However, they can be blocked by enemy champions, minions, or even structures. For combos, start with your double auto attack into a Q, into a double auto attack, and then chase them down with your E. And your all-in is to start in W and use your W attack and Q into another double attack. Keep attacking until you use E to chase them down, following up with ult when your E is no longer in range to shoot. For matchups, Akshan is great into champions who can't get on top of him, who he can constantly shoot. And he can struggle against champions who can easily gap close and lock him down. For runes, take this. Double shocks with PTA are incredible. For build orders, start Blade and Pot into a Kraken Slayer and tier 2 boots. After this, a Bork and Gwynsu's are great pickups before finishing a build with any of these as needed. For skill orders, start Q then E, then take a second point in Q before taking W. After this, max Q then E then W, taking ult whenever you can. For summoner spells, take Flash and Ignite. Starting the game, your main focuses are going to be on farming hard and bullying your opponent, trying to stop them from farming. Akshan is incredible at taking short trades, where a double auto attack into Q into another double auto attack will proc your PTA and your passive and deal a ton of damage. And from here, you can easily use your E to chase them down or back up as needed. Entering the mid game, you want to take your tower as soon as possible and push out the lane as far as you can safely. From here, your roams with W are absolutely incredible, so keep looking for plays and picks across the map and convert into objectives. Entering late game teamfights, you tend to want to play the backline carry. Throw out a ton of damage from safety using your E and your positioning to keep yourself safe. And you want to massively prioritize scoundrel champions, as reviving teammates means even if you lose the fight, they still won't be able to take objectives.